The president talked about a bunch of foreign policy stuff on Air Force One, and he's been on Truth Social a lot too. Talked about potential future meeting with Kim Jong Un. He talked about talking to Canada. He's talked about Israel and Gaza, whether he's gotten heads up over some of these U.S. military, Israeli military actions. And then out of the blue, the president announced on Truth Social and then talked about it on Air Force One that he's directed the Pentagon to resume nuclear testing. Here's the president, this is 112, Paul, on Air Force One, talking about his theory about why there needs to be renewed U.S. nuclear tests that haven't occurred in many, many years. 112, please.
About resuming nuclear testing. What prompted you to do that right before the meeting?
It had to do with others. They seem to all be nuclear testing. We have more nuclear weapons than anybody. We don't do testing. We've halted it many years ago. But with others doing testing, I think it's appropriate that we do also.
Just one more on the nuclear announcement. Do you worry that we're entering a more risky environment when it comes to nuclear issues?
No, I don't think so. I think we have it pretty well locked up. But we have more than anybody. But I see them testing. I say, well, if they're going to test, I guess we have to test. I'd like to see a denuclearization because we have so many, and Russia has some. Russia's second, and China's third, and China will catch up within 4 or 5 years. I think de-escalation would be, they would call it denuclearization, would be a tremendous thing. And it's something, we are actually talking to Russia about that, and China would be added to that if we do something.
So Russia and North Korea are testing nuclear capabilities, although not full-fledged tests as far as we know, I believe, nuclear weapons. Dan, any sense of why the president thought this was the right thing to say?
I think it's a machismo, sign of strength, and just, hey, Vladimir, you want to think about, potentially if a Ukrainian missile hits your territory using nuclear weapons, like ours are bigger than yours.
It was also right before the Xi meeting too. There's a little bit of, just as a reminder, folks.
Yep.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.